Will you be going to the gates of hell? Halloween festive officially begins for Disneyland. Who announces an Mpox response plan, landslides ahead, and a HONA update. There has been a curfew instituted in Massachusetts. Stay tuned to get the details on these headlines and much more, bringing you the top travel headlines from around the world. Now, but first, welcome to BT Travel News. I'm Kathleen, and this is your World Travel Information Channel, giving you the information to help you make informed decisions so your adventures are the safest and best they can be. We also share insights into new and innovative ways to travel around the world. Now on to the first headline. Atlas Obscura is offering you Turkmenistan and the Gates of Hell tours, starting in October of this year and continuing through to the October of next year. This country is long overlooked by the traveler. There is currently no safety risk, as noted in the link below from the Department of State. And this tour is giving you the opportunity to see parts of the country not frequently visited. A host will be with you on all of your tours, and most meals and all tour transportations are included. Your adventure will start in Ashgabat, the capital of Turkmenistan. Here you will discover the history of the Russian influence upon the city. There will be a day trip to Mary and Merv, the oasis town with a UNESCO heritage site. Included is a leisurely day at the Caspian Sea, a dinner at a lively Vegas-style resort. Along the way, you'll learn about traditional backcountry way of life and visit the Grand Canyon of Turkmenistan called Yangikala Canyon and get to see firsthand the fabled Akal Teke horses. There will be more surprises along the way, of course, but I can't ruin them all for you. So let's just say your adventure will be culminating in a traditional Turkmen shashlik dinner beside the flaming gates of hell. What else? If you'd like to know more about this trip, always reach out to your travel agent or use our favorite travel advisor from the links below. On to headline 2. This last weekend was the official start of the Disneyland Resort's Halloween festives. The parks will be decked out in not so spooky fun until October 31st of this year, welcoming guests with new outfits from our hosts, Minnie and Mickey, as well as the daytime debut of the, quote, Mickey's Trick and Treat, unquote, show at Disney's California Adventure Park. Of course, Jack Skellington has taken over the Haunted Mansion, making it his home away from home during this festive season. Pro tip here, during the ballroom scene inside the Haunted Mansion, see if you can find the gingerbread zombie. Disney's Happiest Haunts guided tour returns for a limited time during this season. If you didn't catch the previous episode that we talked about that, I'm going to put a link to that tour and the description in the video below. The Headless Horseman statue on Buena Vista Street will welcome you into California Adventure this year. And Radiator Springs has been transformed with haunting Halloween surprises around each corner. Downtown Disney is decked out this year with a gorgeous display of colorful, oversized pumpkins and has a plethora of themed treats to delight all your little ghouls and goblins. In order to drive more interaction to this area, Disney has started, quote, Pluto's Pumpkin Pursuit, unquote. Starting August 30th, you can purchase an activity map and search to claim a collectible keepsake in downtown Disney. And for the first time this year, a treasure hunt is also being offered inside Disneyland Park and Disney California Adventure Park, each offering their own treasure hunt with their own separate activity maps for purchase. The resorts are getting into the festive mood too, as they offer pumpkin decorating demonstrations, and Disney's Grand California Hotel and Spa, I'm told, will be harboring the evil queen from Snow White, in a masterful confection of a sickeningly sweet creation. You'll have to go and find out. If you do, please send me a picture. Goofy's Kitchen and Storyteller's Cafe will showcase the characters in all their autumn glory. And although Oogie Boogie Bash tickets are officially sold out from the Disney website, I have an insider tip here for you. Oogie Boogie Bash VIP tour can still be reserved. Contact your local travel advisor or use our favorite travel advisor in the link below. Now, I know you can purchase Oogie Boogie Bash tickets from third-party vendors, but I would strongly caution you not to do this. One, it could be a scam. And two, if it happens not to be a scam, you're going to pay twice the original amount or more. And this problem will only continue to get worse every year. My advice, either book the Oogie Boogie Bash VIP tour or wait until next year. Tickets usually go on sale the very end of June each year for the Oogie Boogie Bash. On to headline 3. A coordinated global, regional, and national efforts WHO has stated that a plan to stop the outbreaks of human-to-human transmission of Mpox is in place. This plan will cover a 6-month period from September of this year through February of 2025. WHO, Afro, and Africa CDC have agreed on a one plan, one budget approach as part of the Africa Continental Mpox Strategic Preparedness and Response Plan, currently under preparation. According to data from the African Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or Africa CDC, and the governments of Kenya, Mozambique, Uganda, and the Ivory Coast, the Clade 1 variant of Mpox has been detected in the following countries this year. This year, Mpox has caused more than 541 deaths, with more than 17,500 confirmed and suspected human cases reported. As a reminder, Mpox is a viral disease that can be spread between people and certain animals, according to the US CDC. It often causes a rash on hands, feet, chest, mouth, or near the genitals. During an incubation period of 3 to 17 days, there are no symptoms, but they start within 21 days of exposure to the virus. Other symptoms include fever, chills, swollen lymph nodes, exhaustion, muscle aches, headache, and respiratory system issues. Get vaccinated, travel with caution in these areas, and report any conditions to your doctor right away. On to headline 4. Yesterday, a landslide followed a weekend bout of rain amid an abnormally dry August, said Andrew Park, a meteorologist in Juneau with the National Weather Service. It wasn't immediately clear how many homes were damaged. The state transportation department was sending a drone operator to Ketchikan to help assess with the landslide, and a shelter has been set up at the high school. Professionals are being brought in to assess the situation and what, if any, future risks there may be. This fatal landslide in Ketchikan is not the first in the area, which is built on steep terrain with old infrastructure. Aaron Jacobs, meteorologist and senior service hydrologist with the National Weather Service in Juneau's office, said, quote, "It's just becoming more and more common that they are impacting people," unquote, talking about landslides. Please note that Alaska Governor Mike Dunleavy has declared an emergency for Ketchikan. If you are in the area or plan to be in this area, be mindful of your surroundings and look to local authorities for plans of safety. Headline 5. Massachusetts has initiated an evening curfew in Plymouth because of a deadly and rare virus called EEE. Carried by mosquitoes and not seen since 2020, 4 neighboring towns are strongly urging people to stay indoors in the evening as well. The Eastern Equine Encephalitis causes brain swelling, and there is no cure. Please stay inside, wear long sleeves and pants, and use insect repellent when you do go outside in these areas. Headline 6, your HONA update. Over the weekend, Hona stayed about 170 miles west of Kailua Kona and about 160 miles southwest of Honolulu. And although moving away from the state, rain bands, including heavy showers, continue to move in and around the hurricane. And according to NBC News, there are no longer any coastal watches or warnings in place, although there are still flash flood warnings for the island as of this morning. There is still power outages and heavy rains. Some national park trails and campgrounds have been closed for safety reasons. Please use caution if you are in these areas. Okay, wow, that was a lot of heavy in the world. Let's end on a high note. Headline 7. What in the good is going on in the world? World cruising, of course. I'm going to list the brands that are making world voyages for the next couple of years, but you will need to reach out to your local travel agent and find out which line best suits your needs. All offer amazing incentives and inclusions for full world cruisers. Some are more inclusive than others. Some have dress codes and some don't. Some have set dining times and others don't. Some give you included shore excursions and some, well, you have to decide which line speaks your language. Then it will be easy to choose which year you will be going on your world voyage. In 2025, you can choose from Crystal, Cunard, Holland America, Oceania, Princess, Regent Seventh Seas, Silverseas, and Viking. And in 2026, you can choose from Azamara, Crystal, Cunard, Holland, Princess, Regent Seven Seas, Silverseas, and Viking. There are already 2 lines offering world cruises in 2027, and I'm sure more will follow as this year progresses. But in 2027, the 2 that are sailing so far for world cruises are Regent Seven Seas and Silverseas. The earlier you book, the more choice in cabin you will have, and usually the rates rise as time goes on. So when you are ready to book, know when the line you have chosen will release the bookings to the public. Okay, so you're telling me that none of that interests you? Or you're thinking, I've been there, done that, no need to do another world cruise. That's okay. I've got you covered. This year, Uniworld is celebrating 50 years on the water. That means that you have been given this opportunity to join them for a Rivers of the World cruises. 50 days of onboard the Uniworld fleet of river vessels from April 16th to June 5th in 2026. Starting in Brussels and ending in Amman. There will be 5 parts to this adventure, and a true adventure it will be. One of the parts is even a surprise. That's right. The faint of heart need not apply. As always, any supplier that I have mentioned in this newscast is purely for your informational purposes only. I am not endorsed by or paid by any supplier. My goal is purely to give you the best in what is new or out of the way in world travel options. Well, that's it this time. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Give us a thumbs up to stay in the loop of what's happening in the world of travel. Ta-ta for now. Wishing you safe travels and great adventures ahead.